2020, the pandemic year, really was a blockbuster year for technology and absolutely a blockbuster year for venture capital. When I look at technology particularly, I look at it in a few levels, right? From an application point of view, we're looking at remote work will continue, online healthcare, online education, entertainment, e-commerce, everything was being done online or on your mobile, and which leads to all the enterprise infrastructure that supports it. Just look at Amazon, now value over 1.5 trillion. And a lot of the startups that supported cloud infrastructure are going amazing. And not alone, if we look at also hardware, PC made a comeback. And last year, 275 million shipments were shipped, and it's actually a 4% increase, and the highest of the last 10 years, which leads to, for venture capital in my industry, 2020, at the really beginning of it, I think everybody was just so shocked and weren't quite sure that how's it going to turn out. But, end up over 120 VC-backed IPO that happened in 2020, and over $300 billion was deployed globally. And we're seeing, some of the largest funding transactions it actually happened in China first, because they are actually requiring faster. But if you just look at the U.S. IPO market, Zoom is now worth over 111 billion, which leads to, even though for what I focus on venture capital, really sort of follow the public market. So things are doing actually quite great on my end.
How has remote working actually changed the industry as a whole, in light of the fact that, if you're not all having to go, to go to the innovation hotspot that is Silicon Valley or the innovation hotspot that is Austin, Texas, if you can just be an entrepreneur anywhere in the world, how does that change the industry?
I think for venture capitalists like myself, better get used to, probably will continue to invest in people that I actually can't smell their sweat. Won't be able to meet in person and be very comfortable with that. In this sense, we started tracking all the startups that we've been looking at, which over 500 since the pandemic started. Almost 99% of them that we had talked to are all distributed. So the concept of, regardless you're still in Silicon Valley or Austin, Texas, or you're sitting in Hong Kong or in mainland China, I think the border, particularly for venture capital and startup, have really slowly disappearing. So I'm quite bullish on remote working, but more importantly, even for venture capital, now better be comfortable in investing in remote teams and distributed teams.